So abandonment or surrender, which is really what we see in a lot of religious books, even older books, abandonment to divine providence, trustful surrender. All these are just really the same term. Really, as human beings, we need to be told the same thing over and over again in different ways and in the same way all the time, because everything really in the Surrender Novena, in Divine Mercy with Saint Faustina, it's really already in the Bible. And it was already even in the Old Testament. I mean, with Proverbs, place all your trust in me. Do not rely on your own intelligence. That's the Surrender Novena. Don't think you're going to handle everything on your own. Don't try to do it all on your own. Do not trust on your own intelligence. Trust in me. Trust in God. So it's really there. It's like, but as human beings, we're always like, oh, this is and then something speaks to us in a different way. Father Delindo's words speak to us, or Saint Faustina's diary, which is so beautiful, speaks to us, or Saint Therese, or numerous of any of the other saints. Saint Carlo Acutis. I mean, we see this young boy dressed in jeans and like we're like, oh my goodness, and he was so holy. And again, too, his parents were not even churchgoers. They were the very common Italians, which is, well, yeah, we'll get married in church, we'll have the child baptized, but that's about it. That's the very cultural Italian. And so here he is. And this is really God's work, with Carlo Acutis. God, the Holy Spirit, put this great love for religion and for God into this little boy. And he was the one who's bringing his mother to church. And I've actually heard this even with people that I know. It's the children sometimes that say, I want to go to church. Take me to church,
Oh yeah, I've heard that one time. Someone I know, and I think it was relative was like, I want to go to church, and I was like, okay, like what can you say? You can't say no to a kid who wants to go to church, and so yeah, absolutely. So is there? Because every time I'm thinking about Saint Padre Pio, I'm thinking about Saint Don Domingo, but it's not Saint Don Domingo yet.
No.
So is there a case out for his canonization? Where is that in the process?
There was a postulator for his case, a Franciscan friar. Unfortunately, that Franciscan friar passed away about 10 years ago, and it has not been reopened again. So anybody who's listening, pray that it will be reopened again. I really think it will, especially as his biography and hopefully soon his autobiography are published. And when his writings, his commentaries start being published, translated and published into English, I really think that so many more people are going to get to know and love Father Dolindo and really appreciate his wisdom and his virtue. And really his wisdom came from his virtue. And his virtue was loyalty and long-sufferingness and patience and love of Jesus. And he had a great love for Our Lady. So really, that's what it is. It's the great love for Jesus, especially in the Holy Eucharist, and a great love for Our Lady. That really is what makes saints.
Like Jesus said, you can't love Mary as much as I did. So don't feel bad about that. So
yeah.
So like, I mean, there's in CC people can go see St. Carlo Acutis' body and his casket there. They can go to Lourdes. They can go to all these different places. Is there a place more that people can go and venerate Don Domingo?
Absolutely, yes. In Naples, in the church where he was a priest for much of his life. And actually, his older brother, the one that went to minor seminary with him, Elio, that I mentioned before, I believe, he also was a priest in the same church. And his older brother, was the pastor, and Don Dolindo was there as an assistant or whatever. So they were both priests in the same church in Naples. And Father Dolindo's tomb is in this church. And actually, before Father Dolindo died, he told people that when I'm dead, come to my tomb and knock at my tomb and make any request that you want. If I can, you will get the request. And if not, I will come to you in a dream and tell you why you could not receive what you requested.